All right, everyone. We are back with the next episode of the Raiders Rambles. I am Jolt, your chief host of the show, and joining me is none other than my co-host, Avira.
Hello, everyone! Yes, it is the bad orange doggo. Well, you already know what's up. I hope everyone is having a fantabulously amazing day. And looking forward to this episode.
Oh, yeah, I know you're about to get badder today. Tis a bad
Oh,
day.
yes. Mwahahaha.
Next on the show, we have Noble.
Insert classic Clint Eastwood line here.
Heh.
Well, what's your best movie? What's the best movie he's done? Do you think?
Honestly, I don't know. I've seen a couple of them, but it's been a while.
I'd say that's a good bet to go with. Next on the show, we have Mighty Red Wolf.
Oh shit, it's Friday the 13th? Uh-oh. Shit's about to go down.
Mwahahaha. Yes, it
Told you
shall.
this is the day to be bad.
It is.
And last of all, we have Ali.
Howdy, y'all. What's up?
Howdy, partner. We're doing great, thank you. About to get on the show and cause some more mischief again. And you know what? What better day than, of course, to you in the United States, because it is Friday the 13th.
Ah, yes, a day
Yes,
where
it
we
is.
celebrate all of the bad luck and misfortune upon the planet. And being a representative of Halloween myself, I am most thrilled on this darkest of days. I'm just kidding, it really means nothing. It's the middle of fucking summer. But still, the superstition is real.
It is for some people, but it also means that their luck is also reversed.
Oh
But at
shit,
least not a bunch
I
of
should have sent a
fairy
picture of my cat, Lucky. He's a black cat. Ah.
Does this mean you get good luck for the rest of the days in your life?
Well, we named him Lucky because we found him as a kitten abandoned in the middle of the woods, and we said, wow, you're lucky to be alive. And then that's what we named him. So, it's kind of ironic, but... He's a cutie. Anyway,
Amazing.
do you guys have any crazy superstitions about Black Friday? Like, have you ever, like, not walked under a ladder? Or, like, if you broke a mirror before, like, did you feel bad about it? Or, like, anything like that?
Now,
Just curious.
I think if it were me, I'd probably end up doing the ladder stuff a good bit more often than I'd like to have done, or you think, because I work. Yeah, I do construct. I
Oh,
do
for
installers
me-
jobs from time to time.
Oh, this
Right.
is freaky. For me, Friday the 13th, I actually get good luck.
Oh, okay.
Aren't you like the one person who wishes Friday the 13th happens more times in a year?
Yeah, because
How
the
many
rest of
times-
the year I usually have bad luck, actually.
How many times does it happen a year? It's like 3 or 4 or something like that?
I think it all depends.
I know when it happens in October, it's like a big deal. It's
It
all
is.
spooky. Hell, they have a
Oh,
movie named after it with the serial killer. It's pretty
Yep.
cool. But
Yeah,
yeah. How many times does it happen? Like, this is the middle of summer. At least for me. For you guys, it's winter.
who knows?
No,
Well,
it's
I'll-
actually summer here. It's always summer here.
I was talking about our buddies down under.
Oh.
Well, we still use the same calendar. We just basically hours ahead that we celebrate it before you do.
Yeah. All good.
Anyway, so for our listeners to our live comments, no dragons, please. Thanks for tuning in. It's Friday the 13th, so all the e-girls are in danger.
Oh no!
Oh.
Oh.
Seriously.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
A lot of
it's re-
e-girls, with like the witch's hat on, and sometimes they get like super into it. They have like little cat ears and shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, shit,
Yeah,
I wear
Twitter usually goes
carriers.
crazy around Halloween.
Oh, shit.
Oh, so Joel, don't you have an announcement?
That's right. I have a couple of items of housekeeping to share with you. Right. First off, I am pleased to announce that the Furry Raiders are celebrating 14 years of being in existence. And what better way to celebrate this with with our own private party at the Sheraton Denver Hotel. next week. And that would be Friday 19th to the 21st.
Yeah,
Of
so if
August,
anyone's in the area,
2021.
you can chill out and meet us. Be really freaking fun.
Yeah, come out and join us.
14 years, man. Can you believe that? Whew.
Yeah.
Why does it not seem like it's unbelievable? It seems like the group's over a decade old. Now, how do you think we're all gonna feel when the group's over 2 decades old?
I think we're gonna not want to post the number anymore and pretend that we're still in our 20s. All right?
Wait, Vera,
What's gonna happen?
wait till it's 50. Then
Oh,
you can
God.
start.
Oh, 50
No,
years?
no, we'll be like
Is
the
that
freaking
gonna-
elders coming out of like the fucking woods. Greetings, young furry. Welcome to the fold. Half a century ago,
You had to
we
go
were
back to
summoned
that.
from the world. It's gonna get nuts.
All right. And come on all. We would be pleased to come and have to host you, to meet you, and you might get to see a couple of our suits.
Oh, hell
but
yeah.
Speaking of that, guys, I also have a little bit of an announcement too that I have overheard that you guys have to be careful around this COVID that's going around because I've actually overheard there's this Hawaii fur group that's in my area. They're actually called the 808 Furs. I heard there's like one or two of them, or more of them, I'm not too sure, that have actually tested positive for COVID, and they're still going to try to go to Denver.
Is this a good
now.
idea? Well, you tell me.
I wouldn't go. I am not that dumb.
Well, here's the thing, man. Con crud happens to the best of us. Whatever con you go to, shit spreads
And,
around. It happens.
And this episode, we have had to have a few changes of plans. We were meant to be talking with one of our good fellows in the group who went to Megaplex last week. Unfortunately, he's come back and he's gone down with the con crud. He's not feeling too well as a result. And it would have been great to have him on board, but
Bless
at the
his
moment
poor
he's
soul.
and we're thinking he's going to try and get a cure for the con crowd by going to Denver. Well, next week.
Well, it'll definitely lift his spirits. I mean, it'll lift anyone's spirits. I mean, hell.
We wish you the best. We want everyone to be well.
Yeah.
We want everyone to be alive and well.
Yeah, there's a cure for everything. I most definitely know that.
Yeah,
And
well,
I wish this person is quick recovery.
yes, so do I. So yeah,
Indeed.
I mean, Denver's coming up, so I'm probably not
Yeah.
going to be in the building, but I'm looking forward to our party, though. It's going to be fantastic.
You know it.
Just try not to
Yeah.
get COVID.
Yeah, I think I'll be all right. I already had it.
Yeah,
So
I
I'm
mean,
immune.
but like I said, the COVID cases here in Hawaii have been really terrible. That's why when I heard this news, I'm like, oh shit, people better know that you don't really avoid the rest of those 808 furs. If they actually tested positive, why are they even traveling?
Yeah,
Right,
what
and
kind of is
again,
it the Delta variant or the other crazy one that's like vaccine resistant
And
or
what
some
would
shit?
that mean? Yeah, like they're gonna bring COVID back to Hawaii. That's not good.
Well, not just
Precedent
that, but
set.
they're also going to make it worse in Denver.
Oh yeah.
Ugh, we don't
Yeah.
need that.
Right. So, a couple of things in the chat. No dragons, please. Hey, if you're around Denver, come swing by. Oh, and get this.
Yes, no dragons. We know you exist in Denver. We've
Oh,
discussed
hey,
it
boss.
many times.
What up, boss?
Oh my god.
If you know where
hi,
the hotel is,
Foxman.
like if it's close, then you should check it out. Hang out with us, man. That'd be fun.
Oh, hey, boss man.
Oh hey, Foxler. What up?
Uh-oh.
What do you mean? Uh-oh.
I can say uh-oh if I want, right?
I mean, Red, what do you mean by uh-oh?
Nah. We're gonna have a good time, man. It's gonna be fun.
No, I'm saying uh-oh because the boss man is, around.
He's watching us, making sure the show goes according to his plans.
Yes, he's making sure we're not fucking anything up.
Oh shit! It's Friday the 13th. I hope everyone
Yeah.
is bringing good luck today.
Good
Is
luck.
weed
Yeah, that's the thing.
legal
It's
in
good luck.
Denver?
Yes.
I don't know,
So
man. Like, I got a bunch of friends going to Denver. I didn't book a room or anything there. It was too late by the time I figured it out. But seems like it's gonna be fun. Yeah, maybe I'll catch up with some people at a restaurant or
Oh
whatever.
no. Guys, be quiet please. Let's move on. The boss man knows
Uh-oh.
everything.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Let's just keep
Alright.
pushing forward.
Yeah. Alright. So let's start with the main items of the show that we've got to bring you. You'll never guess which show is back in the spotlight again for the umpteenth time. And
Seems
it's got
like
a movie.
it's too much.
That's right. It is Paw Patrol. Now, somebody had the weird sense to actually whine and complain about it, and say that and claim that Paw Patrol is authoritarian propaganda in disguise.
Like, holy
What?
shit. Okay, at first it was bad when they were accused poor little Chase here of being like an ACAB racist police officer, and now they're just saying it's straight up authoritarian propaganda.
Ah,
What the
shit. Here we go
crap?
again.
You summed up
this
the
escalated
summed it
a
up
little.
perfectly, Mighty.
I'm questioning when someone's going to bring out the whole sort of if they think it's zoo or something, and try to beat
Oh,
it
maybe.
around with
Well,
that.
Chase is a German Shepherd, so they might even bring up the whole Nazi thing just because the name German is in there. I mean, who knows?
Oh,
That might be the next article.
Yeah.
I don't know.
oh no.
I remember back in 2020 that they they were trying to cancel Chase after the whole death of George Floyd.
Yeah.
I heard
Crazy,
about
right?
that.
Even
Yeah,
though
that-
Chase didn't do shit, he's just a
Chase is a
Paw
good
Patrol kid.
look. 5 words.
Yes.
5 words. Chase is a good boy.
Yeah,
That
and
is
plus
all.
I love Paw Patrol because it's just a vibe for my pup play and all that, and I just love the show. It's so cute and
It's
stuff.
so wholesome.
Well, of course you like pup
Sweet
play.
of the day. It's adorable.
Hey.
I love it.
Allie, of course you love pup play. You're a puppy anyways.
Yeah, and Paw Patrol reminds me of that.
Oh,
What
by
the
the way,
hell do you think?
I will
Okay, but-
actually I will actually
What
sum
happened?
this up. I could actually sum up this topic in 4 words.
Huh?
Cancel culture is Nazism.
Alright.
Yeah.
I'm gonna quick
Or
quick
Get Woke Go
interrupt.
Broke is a good one. I like that one
I'm
too.
gonna take
Hopefully don't go after Bluey again. So
Yeah.
what was in the article, Joel?
Right, I'm
Yeah,
gonna take a
what
quick
happened with
interruption before we start on today. I'm gonna take a quick interruption with a good live comment for the time. No dragons, please. I want to point out y'all have 666 subs on YouTube on Friday the 13th.
Dude, screenshot that
Yes!
right now. Holy
We
shit, I
did
was
it!
waiting for
We
this.
did
I was watching our YouTube channel yesterday and we had 665 and I'm like, oh, come on, just one more person. And now we have 666 subscribers on Friday the 13th.
This couldn't have gotten
Wow.
any better.
Well, that's a sign if I ever saw one. Yikes. All right, cool.
Oh, I'm enjoying
Interesting.
this. This is not bad luck. I am enjoying this.
Righto, let's get started then. Look
Yeah.
at the starting words. Bad news for parents of children under the age of 7 this week. Paw Patrol, the movie, has landed on UK screens. All the better to spoon feed a generation of COVID-hardened kids with authoritarian neoliberal propaganda in the guise of an upbeat cartoon about puppies.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Authoritarian neoliberal propaganda? I thought it was.
Huh?
Huh? Whoa, this does not make
Yeah.
any sense. Hold on a second. I thought they were talking about like it was like far right shit. Now it's
Yeah.
neoliberal, but do they have to change his character to like make it all politically correct? What's going on here?
This doesn't
Yeah.
make any sense.
Right.
It's like, what the heck, right?
A
No, it's more
global
like-
capitalist system that proceeds. Oh, inequalities is back? Huh?
Okay, now this is not making any sense at all.
No, I
They're
thought they were
just-
gonna
They're
blame
just
him for
making
being
this
like
shit up now. They're just making it up.
They just want to.
Yeah, pretty
They
much.
just hate Chase. Poor puppy. He did nothing wrong.
Okay,
Now
I've
you-
got some more gems for you to continue on with. Yeah.
Yeah,
Here's the
let's
next
keep this
part.
going.
Alright, here's the next thing I want to bring up. Paw Patrol's chief singularity is the way young people are called upon to rectify the mistakes or crimes of adults. Ryder, Charlie to the Pooch's Angels, is a 10-year-old vigilante and in the new film has become a magnate at the head of a lucrative empire. The animals themselves, the movie reminds us, are conspicuously not dogs but puppies, never aging, like Bart Simpson or just William. This is important because it aligns with sensibility in which youth, unclouded by ambition or other adult considerations, is able to save the day over and over.
What the crap kind of college class did this person get indoctrinated by to think like this? Cartoon
Well-
characters don't age because they're fucking cartoons.
Yeah, pretty much.
What? He's getting all
Seriously?
philosophical about this? Homie, what the bonkers, man.
Like, and you could say anything you want about all that stuff too. Like Bart Simpson doesn't age. You're right. Ash Ketchum hasn't aged.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like perpetually 11. There's a whole theory about that. Where like he wished upon Oho or whatever the hell that magical Pokemon was in the episode 1. Anyways, but yeah, it's a cartoon.
Yes.
Like, so
Yes,
is
no
this
dragons,
a-
please. They did just reference Bart Simpson in Paw Patrol in that
Yes,
article.
they did.
Yeah.
For some reason, they did because they said cartoon characters don't age, and I guess
Yes,
people
but-
like that thinks that they should,
but-
and that's unusual.
Xavier, I'm gonna bring up an interesting point that you might all guys find interesting though. Speaking of the Simpsons references, how many times have the Simpsons, aka Matt Groening, has actually predicted the future? How many times has that happened?
And how many
A
episodes of The
lot.
Simpsons are there?
There's quite a few documentaries about
Uh-huh.
this.
And it's actually been proven.
Oh yeah, I know.
It's like he writes the future or something. It's like, what the hell?
Then again, though, the Simpsons have been around since like the 80s.
Yeah,
So-
but then how'd they predict it all though? See, that's the thing. How could you predict something like 20 years later?
Witchcraft. That is all.
Yes, black magic and sorcery. Very
I
fitting
swear.
for today.
I swear, Matt Groening is a genius though. You gotta admit.
Like,
I don't know. I beg to differ.
it
Why don't you
pisses
go
me
on?
off of how people. Oh, sorry. It pisses me off of how people think like that about Paw Patrol. Like, I hate how people are just like that, thinking that everything's racist and shit or whatever.
Well,
It
that's
makes me want to bark at them. It makes me want to
Exactly.
bark at them.
That's what
out
it was
of
at
anger.
first, Allie. That's what it was at first. But now it seems like I'm not sure where this article came from. If it's like
Yeah.
a right wing area, but here's the thing about I want to compare Paw Patrol to like Scooby Doo. You have a group of kids, and they're talking dog that solves mysteries, and they catch the bad guys. But the bad guys often end up being people that like are stealing money or counterfeiting, or they're like a landowner. They're trying to steal property and shit, scare people away from the big mansion so that their corporation can buy it. Like it's all that was like back in the 60s. Like they were doing
Yeah.
that. And
Yeah, and
I
it's
was
so funny
underlying-
every time. Hey, Avier, every time. And I would have gotten away with it if it weren't for you meddling kids.
and you dumb dog. Dog? Where? He was so clueless.
Oh my!
Whatever.
All right.
But yeah, so are they trying to do that with Jason Paw Patrol? They're trying to
no,
call it
it
now like
looks like
Little
it.
Girl or whatever.
There's more to it than that. I will say
God,
this. We're gonna keep
Yeah.
reading.
Complex.
Because another one of the complaints, on a side note, is Paw Patrol is overwhelming. Look at this. Paw Patrol the movie works quite hard to repair some of the most obvious damage in the series, in
Oh,
which
that's
only
what
one
this
of the
is.
super pups is presented as female. Now I'm gonna stop right there. Because there have been more female pups, so you can shut your trap if you want to complain.
Okay,
know-
so
you know-
I see the purpose of the article right now. They're trying to what happened last year or a year and a half ago thereabouts. Now
Yeah.
the new Paw Patrol movie. Oh no, we're fine now. We're all inclusive. And oh no.
No, you know what? There's a
Well,
couple more,
it's gonna
like, you know what? In the TV series, there's a couple more females too. Remember Everest?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah, the
the purple
alpine
husky.
Yeah, her.
I mean, who cares what gender they are? They're
And
they're little
she does.
dogs.
And Everest, she does rescues in winter times, definitely. You also remember like they had the twins as well, where one of the twins is a female.
Oh yeah.
The super twins. And now in the Paw Patrol movie, they introduced a couple of new female pups as well,
I mean,
and one of them's named Liberty.
I think in the
oh,
next 10 years, people are going to be commissioning a lot of E621 art.
That's not that. Well, let's give them that. That sphere if we can do it from. I'm just gonna keep not touch that with a 10-foot pole. But the fact of the matter is, another complaint. You know, here's the weirdest complaint. Sky is depicted as so girly that not only is her uniform hot pink, but freakishly, her eyes are too. The properties of biology clearly coming second to gender essentialism in the movie's universe.
Who the fuck does this person think he is? Being all philosophical and analytical like this? Bro, it's a fucking cartoon made for like toddlers. Like, what are you talking about? I mean, I enjoy it too.
Yeah.
No, it's cool. I mean, whatever.
If you
They
can't
think,
enjoy
right?
the show, you shouldn't
But
watch
he's
it.
getting so into the whole gender thing. Like, who cares? They're animated
Go-
puppies
go-
that help
yeah.
people.
Go ahead, Noble.
Exactly. Women can like pink if they want to. Like shit.
Yeah.
Oh, Pinkie Pie. She's cool.
Look, this whole show is for little kids. If you are going to analyze everything in a show like this in a movie, I think you need a new hobby. I really.
Clearly.
Or a refund from whatever bullshit liberal college you went to.
Well, the other thing is, there's also the baseball bat, but that tends to be a little more violent.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't recommend that unless necessary.
But this
Unless,
shit
of course,
is
it's
just
successful
totally.
in making you more intelligent.
I hate to say this, but I just honestly think this entire article we just fucking read is just fucking made up. It's just entire bullshit I'm looking at.
No. There are people that definitely believe this, for sure.
They're idiots.
I know!
Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
bonkers.
They'll
Them-
they
believe
probably think the
anything
same
that's
as you.
written in an article.
Yeah, them in the article are a whole fucking joke. They're a whole fucking
Ugh.
joke.
Totally.
Yeah, definitely.
I just want to, close up on this one with a footnote as well from the article itself, at least, so you don't have to suffer.
Yeah.
Which you guys can answer this as a question too. How Paw Patrol will come to be viewed in years to come is going to be an interesting question. Right?
I think
Oh,
Chase
and-
is going to be
yeah.
viewed as a martyr. He was just trying to do his job. And then...
Yeah, and what about the rest of the team? Friggin',
I don't know.
if this person describes Ryder as the in-person's universe of Charlie's Angels, what the frick?
I unfortunately see this show basically going off the rails and just ending on a, low note.
Well, if this is how the movie turned out, and you see, originally I thought when I was reading this article that it was authoritarian propaganda. They were still banking on the whole, Chase is a police officer, ACAB, all that stupid shit. Now it seems to be a little bit in the opposite direction, where they're going like too far liberal, but also not though, because this person still seems pretty angry that they're using gender norms. So I don't even really know what to make of this. I just hope that this show gets canceled as soon as possible, and we could just remember the good times before it went
To
crazy.
be honest with you, I wouldn't want to cancel Paw Patrol. I want them to keep prospering and keep going.
Well, that's the thing, man.
And-
Like, I don't want to cancel it because I
It's
don't like
got
it. I want to
potential.
cancel it because, it had its run. It was good while it lasted. Like, there are some shows out there that go on way too long and they just ruin themselves. Like, franchises do this. So if they just stopped where they are right now, leave it at the movie, kind of like SpongeBob should have done after season 3 or season 4. Then they had the SpongeBob movie. They could have stopped it there. They could have done that there. But no, SpongeBob turned to shit for the last 15 years.
Avira, I don't know how true this is, but I really wish shows would go the way of like Lamb Chop's Play Along, where the actual stuffed animal just gets like mutilated by some dog, so they have to cancel the show.
Oh
I mean,
my
why
god.
can't we have shows end like that anymore?
What? Wait. That happened?
The fuck?
It's a
Huh?
rumor I found online at one point, thinking, that's why the show just disappeared one day.
Oh no.
It's just like they press the nuke button and just say kill off all the things and like, okay, we're washing our hands clean of this stuff.
Or wait, was that an episode? Or was like the actual puppeteer
that-
had like Lamb Chop puppet in his closet, and then fucking Sparky came up the stairs and just ripped the shit to shreds.
Apparently, some dog got into the studio and tore apart the puppet. This is
That's what I. Oh my
a
god, that's
rumor
what
I
I was
heard
saying.
online.
Oh no, Lamb Chop. I guess you could say she was chopped up a little bit. Sorry, that was a dark joke.
It's kind of crazy how they'll just cut any show.
Well, if the ratings aren't
Star
doing well,
Trek.
I don't think we want to talk about the Star Trek current crop of Star Trek. Please,
Ugh,
no.
that thing has gone to total shit. We all know it.
Please, no. Speaking
And let
of
us start
shows,
it up again.
yeah, and speaking
Yeah.
of shows, I think, yeah, this is the perfect segue to move on to the next item. Speaking of, the fate of shows and such. Now, while we won't be talking about a specific show in this next item, here's what we've got. Warner Brothers and Cartoon Network tapped Toonami co-creator Jason DeMarco to develop anime, quote-unquote, created and produced in Japan. Wow.
this I'm hopeful for.
It's definitely a shit ton of potential. Could be something new. Let's see how it goes.
Right.
And just looking at this character, I mean, this is nostalgia for me and
Oh my
anyone that grew
God.
up in like the early 2000s, the 90s.
Yes.
Whenever Toonami came on, like you knew it. They're like, all right, guys, here we go. Like, Cartoon Network, like they had their own block for Toonami, and that's when they would play Dragon Ball Z and Naruto and all kinds of like anime stuff.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
have a different thing about this.
Oh yeah,
I don't like the fact that a lot of Western media is trying to get their shows animated.
Right.
I mean, yeah, the Matrix and that, niche was okay, but just exploding into it, there's really no point.
Okay. So I'll give you
I
a
don't
bit
know,
more.
man.
Right.
Like
I wanna give
Avatar:
you
The
the-
Last Airbender was animated in, I believe Korea, actually.
Yeah, why not go there? I mean, why go to Japan to have this
Like,
stuff?
yeah, it wasn't technically an
Like,
anime
locally.
or something. I might be wrong about that. I might be thinking about a different show. Maybe I'm thinking of like Steven Universe. But I know that there are Western shows that were animated overseas, like in East Asia, like Japan, Korea. I know for
Yeah.
sure Steven Universe was animated in
Yep.
South Korea. I don't know about Avatar. I think Avatar was too.
I think it was.
Here's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
thing, though. Here's the contextual thing. Anime, you all know now that anime has just surged has skyrocketed in popularity. Now everybody wants a piece of the pie because even then, anime is basically kicking the ass out of, Western animations and comics. Manga is kicking the ass of, Western comics.
Digimon.
Yeah, hell,
Yeah.
Beastars too.
Face Digimon.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I
you know,
honestly, sorry, Red, you go ahead. I'm sorry.
oh, I was gonna say was like anime is now the newest of like animation domination, as I like to call it.
It is now the hot, the in thing, the hot thing, and everyone's want a piece of the pie.
So
And
from what it seems
Wait.
like Cartoon Network is trying to do, it seems like they're actually trying to be more genuine to the source material. If they want to get this animated in Japan by Japanese animators to create an anime for an American TV channel, that doesn't sound like a bad idea. Right? Like that's what they want to do. Oh, DeMarco. Wasn't DeMarco also an Avatar? No.
Jason DeMarco. Well, you
I thought
might
he
have a
was.
different DeMarco, but still. Well, the point is,
Oh no, his
Cartoon
name was
Network
Michael.
/ Warner Brothers are basically wanting to create their own, long form programming in the animation, action genre for all sorts of audiences. So
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
gonna
yep.
be good
I was
though.
totally thinking about the wrong person. It was DiMartino, I think. Michael DiMartino. That was the guy that was on the other show.
mhm. Yeah, but I guess what do you all think though? Now, we got more and more studios that want in on the whole. Do they have their work cut out for them, or do you see the market as currently being too saturated because Netflix want in on the anime stuff, all that other stuff, and yeah, what do you think?
I think if
still
they're
hold-
outsourcing to
I-
Japan,
wait.
then they probably have a good step in that market there.
I'll sort of make this clear in case if anyone's wondering, but turning around and having Western shows animated in Japan doesn't make it an anime.
But if it's in that style,
Story.
does it though?
No, it's
Yeah,
the
I thought-
story that counts, and that's where a lot of people fail to realize. And where a lot of the media, especially in America, is failing, is because they don't focus properly on the story.
Mm.
And
You
until
bring
these
up a-
dumbasses realize that, it's just going to be terrible shows all around.
You bring up a good point, Noble. You can't have anime without the writing as well. And you strike onto a point that,
Yeah.
a lot of Western developers really will struggle on, the writing.
Well, what's interesting about
Yeah,
anime
I-
is a lot of it is like serial based. So like
So,
each
right,
episode, like it doesn't restart at the next episode. Like there's entire season long story arcs or show story arcs that last for multiple seasons. And every episode, like if you miss an episode or two, then like the next episode you see, like you miss stuff. And like, there's a lot of continuity
Right.
with
One sec.
anime.
Ali, you wanted to say something?
Oh yes. By the way, Red, I'm sorry for interrupting you earlier, but anyways, yes, I agree with Noble on what he said. I honestly think that today's anime is absolute shit. The only two animes I
Yeah.
like that's today's is My Hero Academia and Beastars, but that's pretty much it. I think the other animes now these days are just shit.
I don't think you're giving it too much credit. Enough credit though. Like, there's still so much popular shows. You've got Demon Slayer. I'm really fond of
Dragon
Rising
Ghost
of the
House
Shield
Hunting.
Hero.
I really
Dragon
don't
Ghost
watch
House
much
Hunting.
anime.
Yeah,
The
no-
only anime I've watched was like I don't know, Dragon Ball occasionally on Toonami and Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh.
That was- Oh,
Yeah, no-
Yu-Gi-Oh is. Oh my god, that's a good classic though.
Yo, Yu-Gi-Oh was amazing, man. I remember every Saturday night at 7 a.m. I would be awake right before school watching that first episode. I'm like, yeah, Yu-Gi. Oh, that was
It
cool.
always got me going. Oh my god.
Yeah, right? I was pumped. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh
We could
was
talk
cool.
all day about this.
Oh, I know, man.
Yeah.
I'm not a weeb though. Not like
Yeah.
Foxler. Foxler's
Oh,
a
speaking
weeb.
of Foxler,
Uh-oh.
he says story. OMG, anime story sucks.
What do you mean anime story
Joe,
sucks, you weeb? Come on, you're the weeb.
A couple weeks ago, we talked about that. Jeez.
Oh shit, Red's calling him out as a weeb.
I think we
I
kind of
think-
did that a couple of episodes ago on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When he
yeah.
And then,
Here. He denied it, but you know what you always say about denial. It just they're just proving us that they're actually really telling the truth. If they're just denying something that's really true, that's what furries always do, especially when they deny stuff.
closet weebs, other stuff.
But
Still,
when it comes to anime, like I'm not like a super big fan of it, but Beastars, has been growing in popularity.
Third
I
season.
really don't follow Pokemon anymore. I don't know what the hell's happening with that.
Yeah, that's really gone to. Yeah.
no, I wouldn't say Pokemon's gone down the hill, but the cartoon, I mean.
No, the cartoon, yeah, I haven't watched
Yeah,
it in
that-
Well,
years.
Yeah, I do remember some of the older cartoons for Pokemon. That was good though.
Oh
still,
yeah, Pokemon Johto. Remember that theme song for that?
Yeah.
How catchy was that theme song? Oh my goodness, I
Don't
love
get
it.
us started on it.
Speaking of, couple of
Ah.
interesting things regarding, the next thing that DeMarco has said, with a couple of questions, is it being produced? If it's being produced in Japan by Warner Brothers Animation Studio or Cartoon Network Studio, does that mean they'll be opening animation studios in Japan with these names? And no, like DeMarco answered, no. It means we'll be overseeing productions that we work with Japanese studios to make. So again, this is interesting. They're not putting up new animation studios in Japan, but they're partnering with established anime studios to do these things.
Yeah, and that sounds like a more professional approach. Like if one of these studios, something happens, they're not directly tied in certain like contractual obligations. I guess that could work too.
What's
and
going to
also using
happen?
different studios too with different animation.
What's going to happen if these anime studios in Japan get bogged down with all the local stuff and they decide to sort of push the Western stuff aside?
Oh,
Yeah,
that
well,
would be-
yeah, good question.
that'd
I don't
be
know.
interesting.
I don't know anything about Japanese law, so
Or culture. I mean, cultures being what they are, like I know the Japanese are very proud of their, of that because it's a prized industry.
Mhm.
And
It
I would-
is.
I can't
Yeah.
wait to see the news when some anime studios just utterly refuse to make any shows for the West anymore.
do you really think they would do that though?
Oh hell yeah!
Like,
Yeah,
if
if
I
it
owned
gets
an
to a
animation
certain
studio,
point,
I don't care about like, who gives me money. As long as I have money, I will pay my employees to animate and do whatever. That's kind of like the mindset of a lot of these people. Like, that's why they get into these contracts. They're like, all right, well,
Right.
if you're producing this, but like you don't own us, sure, you pay us, we'll give you the product. Here you go. And Japan exports a lot of anime across the entire world. Manga, games, I mean, you name it.
That is true.
So
Now,
yeah,
the-
I think they'd be happy about this.
Here's the thing, though. It might be possible, that knowing these guys, like money does talk to a certain degree. So, so maybe it is their next step to, try and claim back, kind of claim back a profit, whatever it is. And that's another one of
especially
those concerns too.
Well, especially this DeMarco guy, co-creator of Toonami, he definitely does seem to be like I think his heart is in the right place because Toonami was a phenomenon. I don't know if you guys remember growing up with that, but my goodness, whole generation we grew up with Toonami, and he was a big part of that. So yeah, I kind of feel like his heart's in the right place. He's not going to mess it up and do it for like a cash grab. That's not what this seems like.
yeah, it's not. Otherwise, they wouldn't be spending this much time on it either. That's the thing about it is, with all this anime stuff, they definitely, they don't just do a crash grab. They try to get like a good storyline, especially the animation. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah, definitely a more like genuine approach, at least
Yeah.
from what I can see.
I
Yeah,
would think, to be honest with you, again, to go back to what Noble's saying about the writing, I would honestly prefer if they took the more genuine approach and, had Japanese writers, and
Yeah,
and rather work with them to create like the more, a less diluted experience.
they might end up doing that.
Mhm.
People
Because I
in the
think
local area.
a lot of people seem to forget that, they think that anime is an art style first and foremost, but the storytelling is a very important element of anime.
It is certainly.
Yeah, it gets pretty deep.
But yeah, I guess in the end, though, Warner Brothers. But knowing Warner Brothers, here's another thing that I'm gonna kind of throw as a bit out there. They have Universal Studios, right?
Mhm.
And imagine again the theme parks that they were going to be flying into, Universal Studios, Warner Brothers Universal.
Oh yeah, man, I've been there. I've been to Universal
And
Studios. It's great.
What about what if they start integrating these new properties into Universal Studios? Their own style of anime in theme parks.
Oh, that's going to be a big investment in a few years. We'll see what happens with that. But
It might be a huge hit, though. I will admit.
I think it might be. Yeah,
And it's not
It
just going to be
probably-
like
it
a cash
depends.
grab. It's going to be like, oh my god, this is like genuinely good.
I mean, look at what happened with Disney. As soon as they bought Star Wars, they recreated entire amusement parks to like cater to that.
It's
So,
for
I'm-
shit.
Well, I don't know about that. So let's hopefully see what happens with the anime thing. I don't know. Maybe they'll have theme parks or whatever.
I've got a lot of confidence in this. I think it's going to go well.
Yeah, I'm kind of like on the fence, but I'm leaning more positive. Honestly, it seems like an okay idea.
There's
if
not
they
that
don't mess
much
it up.
negativity to it.
I mean, Noble brought up some really good points about it, like kind of like being diluted and stuff with their production. But who knows,
Let's see
man?
how it goes.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah. What do you guys think? I think we should keep our eyes peeled to what they can come up with.
Yeah, I
Agreed.
think we should give it a benefit of a doubt.
Oh, if that's going to be a huge hit, you'd be surprised at how much anime stuff is popular around here. Because think about how close we are to Japan. Think about that.
Oh yeah, they bombed you once. How did that go?
Oh, be quiet.
Oh, sorry, never mind.
But think
Anyways,
about
Oh
yeah,
my
yeah, you are pretty
God.
close. Anyways, anime,
think about the
popular,
cultural
good.
influence, though. Think about the
No, no,
cultural
I know.
influence around here. It's cool, though. It's cool.
Yeah, dude, for sure, it really is.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, Noble?
it's like an anime paradise here.
Joe, I do agree with you on the Demon Slayer anime. I think that's a good anime too. I watched a few episodes of Demon Slayer. Like that one's a good one too.
Mhm. Yeah, not all animes in this these days are are, as you'd so
Yeah,
put it,
my yeah
shit.
my yeah my favorite character is Nezuko from
All right,
Demon
cool.
Slayer. She's yeah.
Hey, Noble.
Mhm.
Since we're on the on this kind of topic, if do you want to segue into Pokemon? What do you think?
I'm thinking of changing my icon at sometime soon.
Well, not just that, but the next item that we do have is Pokemon too, so we can kind of segue into that just for a bit, right?
Yeah.
Let's do that then.
Now, Pokemon doesn't have the best writing, I will say that, but it's definitely an anime.
It is,
Uh,
and
it
this
is.
the
The writing
go ahead.
is
this one's going to be going
pretty
though.
bad.
This one is going to be going. You're right. Pokemon Go, and who still plays that these days, right? It's still popular.
Occasionally myself, but battery life drain and the fact I can't really use it on 3G just no.
Bugger.
Guys,
Oh, boy.
I gotta say, my dad used to play this. He had it like on an app.
And that was
He would,
that was such a blast,
like a
But
few
now,
years ago, yeah, but
but now, things have changed. The world has changed. Pandemics happened, and
yeah.
and people aren't playing Pokemon Go as much as they were able to. And Noble, what can you tell me about these whole what's changed?
Well, apparently, at least from what I read early on, uh, because of the shutdown, the whole Pokemon Go was altered so that you didn't have to get so close to Pokestops and other
Mhm.
things you interact with in order to play the game. Apparently, what Niantic's doing is they're wanting to go back to the way the game was prior.
Yeah.
However, there are advocates stating that this was more helpful for people with disabilities. So, say for instance, if you're stuck in a wheelchair, you didn't have to go
Yeah.
up a flight of stairs just to get to a Pokestop.
Yeah.
You don't have to go onto someone's property to catch a Pokemon or to access certain things. It just made the game more, as they said, inclusive.
Okay. Yeah.
However, I'm guessing from this particular article, Niantic's basically giving the middle finger and saying, "Nah, screw you all."
Yeah,
So-
I love the quote that says, "We appreciate the letter of your feedback, but..."
We hear you.
And then they go on,
we
"Oh,
are
yeah, well, we
humbled by
actually
your
want to go back
response.
to..." Because Pokemon Go, like, when it came out, that was popular across the entire world. Like, millions of people
was.
were playing this game. They made so much money off of this.
It was just like it was just like an absolute craze, wasn't it?
Yeah, dude, it was. It really was. I would look at my window, and if I see fucking people walking outside, with their iPhones out,
Yeah.
catching Pokemon in the trees. I'm like, you know what? It gets people out, to go. Get
Yeah,
it?
as
Go
long as
outside.
you don't walk out in the middle of the road, though.
Yeah,
Yeah, that could be a problem. That or like
Yeah.
private property or shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where the danger.
Or don't go into a dark alley at night.
Well,
that
if you
shit.
go into a dark alley, you're probably going to find a Haunter or a Ghastly. And if you go to like a Science Lab, you're going to be finding a Mewtwo. So,
or a bloody Zubat everywhere.
yeah, wouldn't that be kind of cool? Yeah, right? Fucking Zubat. Like, oh my god, 50 of them on one freaking street. But wouldn't it be kind of cool if they actually did it like that? Or like if you went to like a nuclear power plant, you'd find like fucking Mewtwo, and like mutant Pokemon and shit. I don't know. That'd
That'd
be
be an
kind of cool.
idea.
Or if you go to like Egypt, Mew is there, like the old Pokemon.
Well, so, there's plenty, and now they're incorporating more generations. But
Right,
I
right.
guess the thing is, like, just to get back to the whole thing is, they're trying to. I guess no, but what they're trying to get at is they're trying to, jumpstart the thing again. The player base to get up and going again, and that's kind of why they did it, right?
Well, they made it easier during, as it says on here, the pandemics.
Yeah, like
They
They've-
made it easier, so you didn't have to get close to people.
yeah.
And yeah.
And they still follow the advice that they've been given regarding health and safety.
Yeah, like people walking off a cliff.
Yeah, or
Dude,
people
I've
getting
seen
run
that.
over or
Is
hit by a
that
car.
true? Noble, is that actually true? Like, did someone actually die while playing Pokemon Go and walking off a cliff?
Yeah, a couple
It
of other
was
things have
true.
happened.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
alright.
Someone
You've had-
actually got hit and actually died on the road on the highway. I forgot exactly where. That also happened too.
I heard
you could-
some rumors about that, but like if you're staring at your phone, like okay, you're right there, I'm coming, and then they walk off a freaking cliff.
I've
Oh my God.
personally been hackled a couple of times while on my phone, accused of playing Pokemon Go, where if you looked at the screen, you'd see I was in my bank's app, for Christ's sake. I mean, shit, people are stupid. You've even had drivers seeing people who they've assumed were playing Pokemon Go and then proceeded to run them over for that very fact.
Did that happen too?
Yeah.
It did.
Jesus. It kind of reminds me of like people who are looking down at their phones and they walk into doors or like telephone poles or whatever. They're so
Oh, it's
distracted
funny
they
though.
don't even know
It's
where
funny
the
as
fuck they're
hell
walking.
though.
Avira, do you know how stupid it is if someone was to run a person over because they think they're playing Pokemon Go when they're actually doing something completely different?
That's pretty stupid.
Yeah,
It would make you
Yeah.
look like an idiot.
but that's what people do.
Wow, that'd be kind of embarrassing too. Like, yeah, sorry about that. Yeesh.
Niantic probably. I wonder what would happen if everyone decided not to log on for one day out of protest.
I think they just did that though. They basically boycotted the game out of protest for trying to get the game back to how it was. Just
Well, with the whole restrictions and shit, in different cities all over the world, the last year and a half or so. Yeah, we were kind of told to do not go outside, stay home forever, or 2 weeks to slow the curve, and 500 days later.
It's perfect.
Yeah,
if you're
so
in,
I can understand why
Florida.
Pokemon Go would be going downhill a little bit because of people not traveling like they used to. You can't get
Yeah.
all these exotic Pokemon in all these weird locations. Kind of reminds me of like geocaching too. Remember when that was a thing? Like around the same time, a little bit earlier maybe?
I've heard about it.
I've never
yeah.
heard of it.
I had a bunch of friends that were into geocaching. It was kind of like Pokemon Go, actually, but it was like physical stuff. It was weird, man. Like you'd have this app and it's like, okay, someone left a geocache at this location, and you drive out there, you'd find like a little box with like some stickers in it, maybe some candy or whatever the fuck people left, and then you would have to leave something too and say, I just left a geocache, and then like you drive away and go find the next location. It's kind of like this weird game that everyone across the country was playing. So it kind of reminds me of Pokemon Go a little bit. That was like a precursor to it.
So, but yeah, this is just the modern version of a treasure hunt, basically.
Basically,
GPS
yeah,
imagery.
exactly.
Yep.
That's really what it is. Hell, geocache. I mean, people would leave like $20, like, hey, you have a good drive, like crazy shit like that. There's also some creepy pastas about people getting lured into a geocache location and getting murdered. Not sure if that's
Oh
true or
my
not.
God.
Hope it's not. But
Creepypastas are so cringe. Like, shit.
some
Yeah,
of them
where
are
did
pretty fun though. Like, I don't know.
Oh,
Where did that come from? Where did you guys? I swear, you guys, Avira, you,
Well, there's creepypastas about games like this, like Pokemon Go and geocache and shit like that. But yeah, like
oh, I don't doubt that.
No, I do.
Oh, yeah.
nope.
Yeah,
Not
no,
interested.
I do like creepypastas about video games.
like what if someone hacked your
Sorry.
phone and they were like, Hey, do you want to capture a Mewtwo? Yeah, he's right by your house. In the backyard, behind the shed, where it's really dark and no one can see him. Like, what if that happened? There's like
You
some
can
weird
only
stories
you
and
can
shit.
we can only find him at night, sort of thing.
That, or maybe there's like some wacko that's like, yeah, he's just off the side of the cliff here. Come on, go a little bit further. You can do it. He's
Well,
right there. You're close
have you
enough. One more step.
with
And then boom.
Pokemon Go, you've had people take advantage of others by simply turning around, finding a Pokestop in a off area, but you can actually create them now. And they'd set them up to be really popular, so they're either raising a lot of Pokemon or a lot of items would come out. They'd lure people in, waiting for them to just come by, and then sort of jump them, take their phone, take their wallet and stuff, and just leave them in a pile on the ground.
Oh goodness, yeah, that's what I mean. There's some risk involved, but holy shit. I'm sure it's very rare, but you know. Oh,
Still
man.
happens.
I'm
It
sure it does.
does.
Yeah, I know.
Mm.
Oof, people would be crazy.
Well, guys,
Yes.
yeah. So I guess that's kind of a wrap about that whole segment. Now we got enough for one last one.
Pokemon gone.
Well, Pokemon Gone. It is Pokemon Gone now, but we do
Yep.
have enough. But this is something that's just no, right?
Oh, not this one. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Yeah. This is something that fits today. Disney's Muppet Babies producer hopes cross-dressing Princess Gonzo inspires kids.
I need more bleach.
Give me some bleach. Ugh.
Wait, let's read this a little bit. What's going on here?
Yeah, let's find out.
Oh, shit.
Producers of Disney's CGI Muppet Baby series used a preschool children targeted program to promote cross-dressing and transgenderism. No, okay.
Nope, this is already
Okay.
Nope, nope.
This is
Nope.
woke.
Nope.
Yeah, just to get a bit
Anyway.
of context.
The episode, titled Gonzorella, saw Gonzo get his wish to dress up as a princess to the royal ball after Piggy tells him boys have to play knights. Okay, so you dress up as a knight, but he wanted to be a princess?
I'm sorry, but trying to
What?
copy James from Team Rocket is just it's
Yeah,
getting old.
he does not have those inflatable boobs. No way. Never gonna be close. Ever.
Nope.
Oh my god, that was a nuts episode, man. How fucking bonkers was that? Fucking
Don't get
Jesse
me
and James
started.
on the beach. I'm like, why James though? Like, he didn't have to do that, but he did.
Oh my god, it's just too much though. Now that did work.
I'm not sure if you guys are into the whole lore of the Muppets, but do you guys know that Gonzo is a freaking alien?
Yep.
Yeah, there was a movie about that where he came from space or whatever. It's like, what species are you? He's like, I don't know, and he's like looking for his parents or some shit. But yeah, he's an alien. Who knows what gender he is?
Oh my-
Maybe he's like a sponge and he's
Oh my-
asexual. Who knows?
This is getting ridiculous. Kids are too young to know about that type of shit. Like, oh my god.
Yeah,
It's just
and
ridiculous.
Muppets
Yeah.
Babies is aimed, as the article so puts it, as children between the ages of 4 to 7, primarily.
Yeah, why?
So-
Why though? Why make
And
an
here's
episode
the
like this? Oh, well, we
here's
all know
the
why. but-
here's the absurd thing as well. To keep going, Gonzo is a sexless puppet in a TV show, but he's
I
always
just
been
said it. I said he's a sponge, asexual. I fucking knew it. Ah, sorry.
and he's
Anyway.
always been recognized as and referred to as male because of his male character and actions. Producers wanted to explore a storyline in which the Gonzo character chooses to wear a dress to the royal ball. And like, dude, if you're saying this, like, people, they can be like 347% of themselves. What the hell?
This is just gonna piss everyone off.
You know, the Muppets and Sesame Street, they've been doing stuff like this for the last half decade, honestly. You know, we've covered this before. And they try to be all inclusive and shit like that. But this is
I'm
getting a little
starting
bit
to
too crazy.
I'm really starting to think they're just woke asses.
Dude, I grew up with Sesame Street and the Muppets. Like, I remember these guys. Like, it was fun. You know, Miss Piggy, Kermit. I mean, damn, Gonzo. I remember the Gonzo movie. Oh my goodness.
What about the other Muppet movie? That was kind of funny, wasn't it?
I mean, it was so wholesome. It was fine. It was fun. It was musical and all the. It was cool, man.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so I was probably around that age, like 4 to 7, maybe a little older, when I was watching like Sesame Street. You know, learning how to count and shit. It was fine. You know, the
It was-
Muppets. I mean, yeah, I love that.
Good back then. And now
they
because
the
of all
same
these,
thing.
you know what, Avira? I think it's because of all these goddamn snowflakes. That's the
I
problem.
think you know. I mean, it's
It's
more
a-
to do with activists, flooding the thing anyway. But back then, I watched Muppets like when I was a kid as well, like all those years ago, and Sesame Street, all that stuff wasn't too
it's
bad.
amazing.
It was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Like 20 odd years ago, it was great. Now,
Like they're catering. Oh, sorry, Joe.
yeah, I was about to say, I wasn't. That was just me leading on, but yeah, you go ahead.
But yeah, I apologize for that. But anyways, they're they're basically catering to the. That is true. They're basically catering to the snowflakes just so they don't get canceled. Basically.
Well, it's not that. Like, I think they kind of know what they're doing, but at the same time, they know what they're doing. They're still
They're-
doing this in spite of all the well-known, risks that people have if they choose to people choose to do this whole, go trans, and to think that they're exposing this to children, whose minds are very impressionable at that age.
These kids are in like first grade and kindergarten. Do they really need to learn about that shit from the Muppets of all places?
Exactly. They're-
What the hell?
Yeah, they're too young. They're too young
Yeah,
for
what-
that shit.
Now, granted,
Why-
back like 50, 60, maybe 70 years ago, Bugs Bunny used to dress in drag all the time.
Oh,
but
that was funny.
but he didn't do it for political reasons. He did it to like be all mischievous and like trick people into thinking he was some sexy woman, and then he would turn around and set a trap or do something crazy and escape.
Yeah, if it was for like disguises, I mean, I
Yeah.
could see that.
Yeah, like he would do it like that. And, it was like just some silly gag. I'm like, all right, well, whatever. I mean, how many times has Bugs Bunny done that? Like many
Too many over
times,
the years.
a lot.
It's too
But
funny.
at the time, it wasn't supposed to be a political thing. It wasn't like a transgenderism
No.
education
No, and here's
propaganda
the thing.
bullshit. It was a fucking joke.
Oh, Aviary, here's the other thing. Why didn't people bitch about it back then too?
Because it was just back then it was just a
Because it wasn't
times
activism.
Yeah,
It was
people,
just
a
it
fucking
was,
joke.
it was played
people
for laughs
got
back
the
then.
joke.
Yeah.
I used to laugh at it all the time.
Now they're getting all serious with it. Oh, Gonzo is an asexual alien. Oh, what? Really? What fucking 5-year-old knows what that even is?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, really?
Yeah.
It's gonna mess them up.
All right. So I guess we have come. We've come to the end of it, though.
I'm sorry, everyone, that turned out to be so negative at the end.
But no, this is the day for
No,
it,
no,
though.
you're
Despite it
fine.
all.
It's fine. It's just just roll with it.
Yeah, and
I'm
plus
not
you're
rolling with the
entitled to
Muppets
your
anymore.
opinion.
Mm-mm. Not after that.
Boycotting them.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people will be.
But the rest of this was just you got to agree with me that the rest of the stuff before the end was just fire.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, a couple of announcements regarding, don't forget, like, I just want to put out another reminder out there. Don't forget that we at the Furry Raiders are still good for our, for next week's 14th anniversary party. Right there in sunny Denver.
And don't get COVID, people.
I have word,
get
like,
too
I
wasted.
have word as well, like from one of the live comments, Liz, who also says, some people from the Aloha State got COVID in Florida and brought it back.
Oh no!
Yeah,
oh yeah,
we're
from
basically
Megaplex.
screwed.
Yeah. Some of them
Yeah.
did. Yeah, some
Well,
people
not-
from
well, not just from
Megaplex,
that.
they got that shit. They came back to other states all over the damn world,
Well, why do you think I'm warning people about the 808 first? When I heard about them testing positive, and I heard about them going to FurCons, oh hell no! They're just gonna ruin everything. And what if they come back with it? What's gonna happen to me?
Or what if they send it to a bunch of other people too?
You're
Yeah, that's
basically
why I'm
fucked.
I'm telling
If you
people
get it.
if you come across any of those 808 furs, especially the ones that tested positive, stay away from them.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry to bring more of that bad news too, but regardless though, it was a great time. But please, Megaplex in Florida was fantastic. I know that, but please consider your own health and safety first. Please,
Yeah, we
that
can't
is all
get
for the,
don't get sick on us, people. Come on, we gotta keep ourselves healthy here.
that is all for the public. Public announcement. So, apart from that, we'd like to close up the show with what's happened this week.
I'm gonna say I will actually, for once, I want Puppy to do it.
I'm sorry, what?
I want the puppy to close it.
Just make a closing statement, like what you think about
Yeah.
this week's stuff, and then.
Um. Wait, of what I think of this week?
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
like
this
how the
week's
episode
highlight.
went,
Keep
you
it-
know,
Okay,
stuff like that.
okay. I really am not sure of what to think of this week of with the articles and everything. Like, I'm trying to be neutral, like with it and all that. I'm trying to give all that a benefit of a doubt. But yeah, that's pretty much what I gotta say about all that.
Yeah,
All right,
that's
cool.
understandable.
Yeah.
Fair, presentable, all good. And well, now Noble, how about you?
Mhm. I
Closing
think I'm done
statement.
for the week.
Yeah,
I think I'm done for the week. That's about it. I mean, Paw Patrol, Pokemon Go. That's enough.
Muppets, and
That's
yeah, and more anime. All right, Mighty.
Well, it's definitely a lot to just look on, just especially with today's show. I mean, with the Paw Patrol stuff, it's like really sometimes don't even believe half of the shit articles that are even made. I don't know how the hell they even get published. The Pokemon Go stuff, I don't really have an opinion on that. But I really think the main concern here for all of us, is try to be safe. Don't catch COVID and don't bring it to other people.
Yeah, there is
Alright.
a cure for Concrab, but you just have to pursue a safe avenue for it too.
Sharing is not always caring.
Not in this case.
Huh, which case? There's been a lot of cases going up.
Okay,
Alright.
that was a good one.
That was a good segue. And with that,
Yeah,
Avira.
basically.
Yeah, go on, Ellie.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll wait until Avera gets done with his thing. I apologize for interrupting.
No, you're
That's
fine. You're fine. Yeah. So this week was interesting. I'm very much, as opposed to some people, looking forward to what Toonami creator or co-creator does with this anime going on in Japan. I feel like that could open up a lot of different avenues, especially Mighty Wolf was saying earlier, like if they went into like amusement parks or if they did anything crazy like that. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm also really looking forward to chilling in Denver. Seeing the rest of the Raiders there. If anyone wants to hang out with us, 14 years, man. Hell to the yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can try to make it. I don't know.
Well, and
Yeah, if
I
you're
guess the
swinging
last
by
thing
around
I'll say is,
Colorado, drop us a line. We'd love to host you.
yeah,
Yeah, I
And
definitely.
happy
Yeah, I
Friday the
definitely won't
13th.
be able to.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
All right. So, all clear.
Yep.
All right. I should be all. I should be
Yeah.
good to close up. All right. Thanks you guys for listen. Thank you all for listening. I hope you enjoyed this show as much as we had, in the making of it. Do this for you, for you, for your entertainment, for your, to keep you occupied in these hard times. And, as always, our episodes are available on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, BitChute, and whatever else decides to rear up in in the months and years ahead. Now, this is us signing off for the week. Farewell, and until next time.
Happy Friday the 13th!
Where's my
Bye.
probe?
See you all at Denver.
Ah.